speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with, Kurt? I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak on it. Welcome to speak on it. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 welcome to speak. Who you with, Kurt, dog? Welcome to speak on it with who you with, Kurt, dog. Who you with, Kurt, dog. What a say happy Tuesday, everyone. Hopefully y'all having a great day today. No matter where you are, what type of day it is, it's still a great day. You're still here. I want to welcome everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter. D Live is always in the house. If you're watching on my personal page, please go over personal Facebook page. Please go over to the podcast page. Speak on it with who you with, Kurt, though, for when you chat live with us in the chat room. We can put your comments up on the monitor and people can see what you're saying. If it's your first time here, please take the time and like, share, tell a friend that we are live and you can participate in the show during the live show. Tonight, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Simone Biles, we're going to talk about her. Then we're going to talk about Rand Paul versus Dr. Fauci, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then we also going to talk about the tearful testimony of some of the officers that was at Capitol Hill on January the 6th. And then we're probably going to add a couple of more stories in there as we get to talking, some other things to come up. So we will add those in there also. Once again, if this is your first time or you've been watching for a while, please take the time out, like, share, tell a friend. We are live. And click the notification for you can know exactly when we come on live. So also I just got an alert a while ago that Texas hospital have over 5,000 patients dealing with COVID in Texas. The numbers continue to go up, so please protect yourself. Regardless of what our piece of a government is saying, our governor, Greg COVID Abbott, is saying, protect yourself because he don't want to make a mandate because it will make him look bad. He just signed into order. He wasn't going to do that. And he's adamant that he's not going to make people wear a mask again. That's why we need to get him out of office because he don't care about us. He only care about a certain group of folks. So no matter where you are, please protect yourself. Wear your mask because the numbers are spiking and it's up to us to protect ourselves. We can't expect for our leaders to do it for us because they always going to look out for the best interests of them. And since Greg is up for re-election, he's trying to please a certain group of folks. So please protect yourself. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos. Thank you for always tuning in, being a part of the show. It's always a good time when you come on. So the news came out this morning that Simone Biles, uh, she dropped out of the team competition due to mental health, which I understand. That's a lot of pressure. And actually, I'm not mad at her because we're we want to see her perform, but her health is more important than anything. And I don't know if y'all ever been in a competition and trying to please everyone, it's going to put a lot of pressure on you. You're going to lose focus on what you need to do. So I'm proud that she said, you know what? I can't, I'm not going to do this. It's a lot of weight on my shoulder. And actually, if you've been paying attention to the news, she said a couple of days ago, she feel like the weight of the world is on her shoulder. So because of her saying that, people around her should have been saying, you know, let, let's try to see what's going on, ask questions, provide help for her. Mental health do not discriminate against nobody. And right now, this is one of the biggest event in her life is the Olympics, because you only have a couple of, you might be able to make two or three, depends on the sport that you're in. And because they only come around so often, you got to get it in when you can. But for her to say, you know what, I'm going to withdraw from the team um, competition. I haven't, I'm getting mixed stories. Some people say that she completely stepped out because when the news happened this morning, that's what they said. She's out of the Olympic game. But some stories are saying she's just out of the team. So it haven't been confirmed yet. Hopefully she still compete with the individual competition. But if she don't, it doesn't matter. Her mental health is more important than anything else. And because the thing is, people want to see her perform, but you got to realize that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Um, so if she decides to step completely out of it, I'm okay with it because then I know that mentally she's okay. That's a lot of pressure for a young lady to have because she broke many of records. I was reading one story that not too long ago she broke with broken toes on both her feet, uh, and won. So uh, anything she put her mind to, she can do. And for her to say, "Hey, I'm not hurt physically, but mentally, her mind is not in it," and I understand that. So Simone, however long you need, if you decide not to compete at all, keep your head up high. I'm supporting you, whatever decision you make. Um, and hopefully, I've been seeing a lot of people supporting her decision. So hopefully, everyone continue to support her decision because she's the one that have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with her mental mind state. So you, whatever you decide to do, I'm going to support you. So um, other than that, want to know y'all opinion about it, see how y'all feel about it, and um, if you heard anything different than what I've said, definitely let us know. Also, if you are on my personal Facebook page, please go over to speak on it with who you with Kurt Dog. I'll put it at the bottom of the monitor for you can see it, and go over to there for you can live chat with us in the chat room. And if it's your first time, just let us know where you're watching from. We're located right here in the heart of Dallas, so Dallas, Texas, for the ones don't know. But we're right here, and we're here Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Um, and we talk about different headlines that is going on in the news and give our story of it. And um, we're not perfect. Sometimes we may make mistakes, but we try to stick strictly to the facts. And if we ever make a mistake, we come back and make it known that, hey, we misquoted, we made a mistake. Radio says she did what she had to do. I agree. I I agree totally with that, and I'm okay with anybody saying, you know what, I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm not in my right frame of mind. Um, like I said, I've been taking counseling since 2018, so I understand. Some days it's not good, and when I tell people, they look at me kind of crazy. Oh, you take counsel? I sure do. You don't know my story. Um, and so mentally, yeah, I come on here, I laugh, I joke, but you don't know the struggle I go through outside of this, outside of being behind this microphone on your monitors. It's a struggle sometimes. So, and I have no problem with saying that for the simple fact, me telling you what I'm going through, hopefully it will be able to help someone. And some people it's afraid. It's a shame of saying asking for help. Some people are ashamed of asking for help. But when you actually ask for it, that's the start of the process of receiving healing from it. Because you won't be able to help yourself with what you got yourself into. So you have to ask for help. Just because you take counseling do not mean you have to go and get medicated or be in a facility and all of this. No, you're talking with someone that is going to help you cope with the issues that you are dealing with. So please, don't get it twisted. It's actually counseling is good. And if you work, you can actually get counseling for free. Go to your HR and ask about the EAP program, Employee Assistant Program. You could get counseling for free. Not only you, but also your family, your spouse, your kids. You could get it for free. So go to your HR and ask about it and be a part of it. If you are in the Metroplex, um, and if you need to find a good counselor, reach out to me. We've had counselors on the show before, which were trying to get our schedule right. To um, we have a counselor coming on pretty soon. It's a guy. Yes, it is male counselors too. So we're gonna talk with him pretty soon. Um, I seen him today. Didn't get a chance to really talk to him that much, but we're gonna bring him on, and we're gonna talk about a lot of different things, different type of counseling. So, but if you are in the DFW area and you need a counselor, please reach out to me. I will send you the information for some good counseling, and they will be able to help you. But first step, go to your HR and ask about the EAP program. Um, so definitely do that. Hold on. I see somebody outside my window. I don't know what he's trying to do. Um, guess they're trying to. I'm still here, but I'm also paying attention because want to make sure ain't nobody doing no foolishness. But yeah, definitely uh, uh, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself because it's a lot of people that um, try to take care of everybody else first, but they don't take care of themselves mentally, and that becomes a bigger problem because you more concerned about everybody else's issues, and you're not concerned about your own issues. And then when your issues start to overwhelm you, you have a you just break down. So at least take care of your own mental illness. Also, whatever you're going through, take care of yourself first. If you take care of yourself first, then you can help someone else. But you won't be, it'll last for a while to help someone, but eventually it's not going to go the way that you feel it should go. So, Simone Biles, I appreciate you for stepping up. And saying, you know what, this a lot. And she been sending us signs of it for a while, for the simple fact that um, she actually said she feel like she had a weight of the world on her shoulder. So this have been something she been struggling with for a while. And I understand she's what, 24, I believe. She's young. She's young and in a position where it's a lot to her. So I appreciate you, young sister. Keep doing what you're doing, um, but take care of yourself first. We know what you can do. At least I've seen what you can do. Take care of yourself first, and let everything else come into play later. Um, so I'm kind of looking out my window at the same time, making sure I don't see no foolishness going on. So if I gotta step out or make a phone call or something, I'll let y'all know. But we've been having some issues over here. So, and I'm in a position where I can see because people like to steal stuff, steal supplies because they building homes around us. And after the crew's gone, people come into the neighborhood and want to steal their supplies. If y'all been watching the news here in Dallas, they've been making a lot of arrests from that. So trying to make sure that's not what's going on across the street. Um, and just trying to make sure. So last night we briefly talked about um, Rand Paul and Dr. Fucker, where he's did go through. Uh, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, radio. They come through um, because the cost of material is so high. They get this equipment and they sell it on the black market, um, and kind of like when I own trucks. One of our things, we did not keep shingles on our truck overnight, for the simple fact, um, and you keep shingles on your truck overnight, 9 times out of 10, you come back the next morning, your truck and the shingles are gone. And that's going to cause your insurance to go up very high. And uh, then you start seeing all these mom and pop discount shingles shops showing up, and you're like, wait a minute, how can you have um, the major shingle company shingles at a discount? That don't sound right. You had a major shingles company in Dallas, shingles at a discount, and they have a plant right here. And I'm like, no. So people would come in and actually steal those shingles, and then they'll take your truck, break into it, hot wire it, take it, get it unloaded, drop your truck off somewhere. You call the police, they may find it in a day or two, or they may even find it right around the corner from where they stole it from. So it just all depends, but that's a hot commodity right now with building supplies going up. It's it's very expensive right now. So with building supplies going up, it's also Um, Not just shingles, but also wood and stones is also a hot commodity. And only thing it's doing is not it's a hot commodity, but you have to watch out because eventually, if they coming over in your neighborhood stealing, well, guess what? Once they get reported, they file it on the insurance. Your insurance is going to go up because it's going to affect you also. So, um, but they do it all the time. Matter of fact, they arrested uh, about 4 or 5 guys, I guess, last month that was caught with stolen supplies. They had a warehouse, and I think they was I for, had it broke down how they was selling it at a cheap price, and that's where the problem came in at. Um, so yeah, people do that all the time, but um, but as for Rat Paul, he did go ahead and send official criminal referral on Anthony Falker, Dr. Anthony Falker, to DOJ uh, to uh, to have them to investigate him. Now, here's the problem with all of that. I don't know if Rand Paul is one of the ones that really don't want them to investigate what happened on January the 6th, but you going after Dr. Falker, and they had some harsh words today, um, or whenever, I guess it was today when they was meeting about it. Um, so this is how it came down. Senator Rand Paul, Republican Kentucky, made good on his threat to refer Anthony Fauci, chief of medical advisor to President Biden and director of the U.S. Institution of Allergies and Infection Disease, to the Justice Department for allegedly lying to Congress about funding gain of function research at the Wuhan Institution of Virology. Um, as Changing American previously reported, FICA said that the National Institution of Health has not ever and does not now fund gain of function research in the Wuhan institution in response to Paul's unsubstantiated claim to the contrary during a May hearing last Tuesday. Paul asked Faga if he would like to retract a previous statement saying, as you are aware, it is a crime to lie to Congress. We'll talk about that in a minute. Um, Faga said he would not retract the statement and was adamant that he has never lied before Congress. You do, this is Dr. Falker talking. You do not know what you're talking about. I'm gonna try to react this because he went to the point. You do not know what you're talking about, and quite frankly, I want to say that's official. You don't know what you're talking about. If anybody is flying here, Senator, it's you, Falco said. Um, he said the following Wednesday report, the Washington Examiner, the Kentucky Senator officially sent the request to Attorney General Merrick Garland to open a criminal investigation. Falco's statement, I write to urge the United States Department of Justice to open an investigation into testimony made to the United States Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pension by Dr. Anthony Falker, Director of National Institution of Allergy and Infection Disease, on May 11, 2021. Paul wrote in the referral obtained by the examiner. According to the examiner, Paul also informed Garland a comment made by molecular biology Richard E. Bright, who said in May that research conduct by the Wuhan lab matches indeed uh, the definition of gain of function research of concern for which federal funding was paused in 2014 2017. He's lying about whether or not He funded gain of function research, and yes, should be punished. Hmm. Garland can approve or deny the referral, which only requests the investigation. So, um, they had to stop uh, Brad Paul several times from cutting Dr. Fokker off while he was trying to give his testimony. And I don't know if he's lying or not, but I'm trying to figure out, is Rad Paul, did he vote against from not impeaching Trump? I think he did win for it. Um, so it's I don't know. The thing is, like Dr. Fokker said, um, you're not, you don't understand what's going on. You're not about it. So many words. He said, "Hey, you're not a doctor." So you probably want to uh, listen to me. Welcome to the show, T Cal. Thank you for always tuning in. Hey, Kurt Dog. Hey, Radio. Can't stay long. Have to work, but wanted to check in. I appreciate it. Thank you for always supporting the show. Um, Also, Radio said Rad Paul is just doing a politician stunt. Uh, this seems to be all some GOP politicians are good for Rad as a doctor optimist, so he knows better. Well, I guess he is a doctor, so but either way, how so far we received more information because think about it. When Trump administration was in, Trump sat Dr. Fokker down. He wanted to get the update on the coronavirus, and Trump didn't know what he was doing. He just made up stuff, lied to us for months, saying it wasn't that bad because he didn't want us to panic, and that's why we still having issues today. Yeah, some people gonna say, "Oh, it's not Trump fault. It's not Anthony Fauci's fault." Well, who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to the infection disease doctor? Or are you going to listen to a clown? I'm going to listen to the infection disease doctor and say, hey, at least I'm getting some type of advice compared to none at all, none that's going to help us. Because the thing is, with Trump, it's if everybody listened to him, we all be in hell and be dead right about now. Because Trump didn't know what he was talking about. And still today, he's still talking about the virus not real. So my thing is we need to protect ourselves. Do your homework. As we can see, the numbers continue to go up. A lot of places are not talking about the numbers anymore. Um, um, and because of that, um, and I'm trying to pull up. Um, we definitely need to protect ourselves and trying to make sure we, as the people, do what we feel that is best for us. What if it's taking the vaccine, not taking the vaccine, whatever it may be, we need to protect ourselves. And if you need to wear a mask, wear one. Wear one. Because I'm gonna wear mine and I'm gonna keep on rolling with it until I know it's gone. And right now, it's no, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Um, and trying to see. I know they said in Texas over 5,000, and I don't know if that was just Dallas. Uh, Now they're saying that vaccinated people may transmit the virus. I'm vaccinated. Um, 3 hours ago, Missouri reported 1,777 new cases, 1,777 new cases today. That's a lot. Um, right now, Texas still not reporting anything. Um, at least from what I can see, because I know they reported the other day they're gonna stop reporting the numbers. I don't know why. I don't know why you're gonna stop reporting them. Trying to see. Well, I take that back. I guess last time they reported was on the 24th. Um, and that's for Dallas County, 434. So either way, we as the people need to protect ourselves. Welcome to the show, Marcella Smith. You know, the party never gets started till you get here. And late but here it's the people show. I appreciate you for always supporting the show. So it's definitely be protect yourself. Matter of fact, Marcella's, I know that um, Louisiana is talking about putting a mask mandate back in order. Have they decided to do that yet, or are they still debating about it? Because I know they was one of the states that wanted to kind of open up as soon as possible, but we know LA have definitely done it, and um, and also radio have they have the numbers spiked in Canada. Um, had they spiked in Canada also, um, because this virus is still growing. Matter of fact, like I said last night, there was a new variant that was found in Florida yesterday. I believe it was Orlando that a new variant was found there yesterday. Um, Marcella said, I think it's still a debate, but I believe they will bring back the mask mandate. Um, so that's good that hopefully they bring it back and they can actually bring it back and actually uh, get it where they can actually enforce it. We know our piece of a governor that we have. He said he's not gonna make it a mandate. He's not gonna bring it back. Like I said the other day, we probably would be the last state to make a mask mandate, and that's terrible that it's even like that. So that's something we have to look into uh, as the people. And I keep looking out my window because I believe these folks went into this house over here and they haven't came out. So I'm trying to look out, make sure they ain't walking out with nothing. So um but definitely um we need leaders that's gonna step up and do what's best for the people. That's the only way I can put it. We need leaders that's gonna step up and be supportive of everyone and do more things. Even New Mexico reporting 242 new cases today. Um, Now, I did hear that they put a mandate on the flying from different countries. They not allowing them to come in into the U.S. So that's something else that we're having to look at as well. Um, all these people taking vacation, which I know I need a vacation, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Um, One of my aunts called me the other day, and she was making plans to come here, and she called, said, "I'm not coming. Numbers coming up. I'm not coming." I said, "I understand. I truly understand. Yeah, we'll see you when we get a chance to see you, because our life is way more important than trying to get together." And unfortunately, that's where we are today. Um, so I don't know if y'all had the opportunity to look at it this morning, but Capitol Hill police officers have started to testify um, about what they went through on January the 6th. And they gave some tearful, emotional testimony. For the ones that I seen, um, they actually is terrifying. I believe the first one that came on, uh, I forgot his name. Um, Let me see if I can find his name, but Officer, I want to say Ganado or something like that. But he come on and he was talking about the things he went through after that event. He got sprayed with pepper spray. Um, got sprayed with pepper spray, and um, he ended up having, uh, I think, his foot or something messed up, shoulder, and several other damage done. And he said it was like hours after the attack started, after they got it under control, he was able to call his wife and his family to let him know he was okay. Now, I don't know about y'all, but as for me, um, I don't want my wife to worry. So I could just imagine what he was going through, what his wife was going through. And he said when he called, he finally was able to leave Capitol Hill, go home. He get home, take a shower. And when he took a shower, that pepper spray, bear spray, whatever he was sprayed with, reactivated. His whole body was on fire once he took a shower. So he said he had to suffer that for several hours, having to deal with that. And as he sat there and suffered, he finally went to sleep. I think he said 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Got about 2 hours of sleep. Got back up and went back to work. He said he continued to work another 15 days or something. And the because he's dedicated to his job, protecting the capital. And he called it out. He said, look, when they for said last year when BLM were protesting, they had enough reinforcement there in case anything happened. But for January 6th, they had nothing. It was no plan in place. which I really feel like that was the whole point of it. There was no plan in place. But for a peaceful protest, it was it was actually they had all the backup they needed. Capitol Police, National Guard, the state troopers, all of them, they was there. But for January 6th, they had nothing. And he said he had surgery on his foot within the last 6 months. Um, and he was just informed, I believe it was not too long ago, that he had to have surgery on his shoulder also to repair it. But it's so much stress that he's going through. Now, think about it. You have all these angry folks trying to overthrow our government, and you're there to protect it. But our, our leader did not provide what they needed. Before a peaceful protest, they had plenty of backup. And now, anybody that was there that was trying to protect Capitol Hill, they're gonna be drawn to this for a while because the mental part of it is no joke. The mental part of the fact of being attacked while you at work, being attacked and could have died. You been sprayed with unknown chemicals, and you have people attacking you. Like um I forgot it's the first thing, take out of Houston, the one that had the metal whip, attacking these officers. But these are also the same people that said, back the blue. Where was back the blue then? Back the blue wasn't important. Back the blue was not important then. But some people gonna say, oh, it wasn't back the blue. Well, these are the same folks that was saying back the blue, back the blue. And as they said that, um, as they said that, they attacked the blue, put the blue at harm risk. And back the blue is gonna have to deal with mental issues. They're gonna have to live with this for the rest of their lives. When you in a situation, kind of a near death situation, it mess with you a different type of way than it would anything else. You're gonna have flashbacks of that time. And each one of those officers that testified, each one of them was emotional. And then turn around and um, I think at least one of the officers came up. People came up hugging and uh, trying to kiss him, hug him, uh, and all of this. What? No. And then the brother, the black officer, being called racial slurs. But here it is. Um, I understand they swore to protect and serve, if they would have, I wonder if they was told, do not fire your weapons. Because I've said all along, if they would have decided to defend themselves, they had every right to do it. Had every right to do it. Was those orders not given because it was a certain group of folks? But this hearing is going to come out. And then I didn't get a chance to catch it all. But then to know that uh, Trump can now could be called to testify of what he know about it. I feel like they should have had that subpoena out as soon as they made that situation. Should have forced him to come to court because we all know he's not going to be able to stick to strip, and he gonna lie. As Rand Paul said, it's illegal to lie to Congress. Well, shouldn't it be illegal for Congress to lie to us? Shouldn't it be illegal for Congress not to want to investigate this? That shouldn't be up for discussion. We need to know why it happened, who set it up, and hold them accountable. So it should definitely be investigated. But they voted not to investigate it, mainly the GOP. And then on top of that, they had the opportunity of impeaching Trump, but they chose not to. See, if you don't have the jewels to take a stand on what should be done, that's the reason why you were selected, to protect America. But you don't take a stand against Trump. Yeah, you don't need to be in office. So no matter where you are, anybody, one of those representatives that voted against investigating the January 6th insurrection, let's vote them out. Let them know we're not playing games no more. Let's vote them out, get them out, send them packing. That's the best thing we could do. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's vote them out. They just there to get their pockets fat. So Rand Paul, I think you on the chopping block too. It's time for you to go. You're about to lose your job. And the things that these guys went through and they family going through it, because it's not just them. They're dealing with it. But also their family is there having to deal with it also. Their family is the victim also. So yeah, let's vote them out. Radio said any GOP member subpoenaed will probably fight them in the court, which will drag on for another year. Probably will. Probably will. But I think if it was, I know we got to follow the law. But if it was up to me in a situation like this, it should be stipulation where you don't have a choice. You can't plead the fifth. You have to testify. This is a terrorist attack or an insurgent, whichever one you want to call it. But it shouldn't be given a choice if you want to testify or not. Something like this, you should have to testify. You lose your rights because you did one of the highest crimes you could do in America, a terrorist attack. So, yeah, you should lose your right. You don't have a choice. You should not be given a choice. Um, that's my opinion. Now I know we have to follow the law, how the law is written, and we see how that's going. Um, from the people, the sentences they've been receiving 6 months and 2 days or 8 months. So we need to follow that law. But I think they need to be held accountable most of all. And anybody who took part in it need to be held accountable. If if someone in the Senate, Congress, or whoever took part of it has something to do with that terrorist attack, they need to be held accountable also. And if they had anything to do with it, just imagine what they would tell about what secrets they would give out about America. So, yeah, we need to hold them all accountable. Hell, if I was there, I need to be held accountable, but I wasn't there. I wouldn't take part in foolishness like that. So, yeah, they need to be held accountable. And that's the best way we could do it. Start holding people accountable for their actions and go from there. Anything else? Nah, nah. Um, that's the best thing we could do is just hold them accountable. And they laid their bed, so let them lay in it. And that's why I said, you do the crime, you do the time. But um, that's what I have for tonight. Also, I seen something else. I forgot about it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Um, I've seen this. If this is your first time tuning in, you are listening to Speak on It with Who You With, Kurt Dog. Sometimes things come up during the show. We may have to pull it up and talk about it right then and there. I seen this video and I forgot about putting it out there, but very disturbing video. I don't know what the situation was, why it was done. It doesn't make sense. And the reason why um, this officer felt like he could do this and get away with it, it's a problem. Now, here it is. This happened in Atlanta. Um, um, and this is actually on USA Today. Nothing justifies that Atlanta police sergeant suspended after kicking a handcuffed woman in the head. She's laying on the ground in handcuffs, so her hands was behind her back, and he's standing there with his hand in his pocket and kicked this woman and went on like it wasn't nothing. And it was other officers around him. And I'm like, really? I'm like, I know I didn't just see this, but the story say an Atlanta police sergeant has been suspended without pay after a viral video showed him kick a woman in the head while she was handcuffed on her stomach. The second video posted on the Instagram page, Atlanta Uncensored, shows a woman face down on the ground with her hands handcuffed behind her back. The woman lift her head up, lift her head, and a uniformed officer identified by the Atlanta Police Department as a sergeant kicked her in the head. Another officer appeared to do nothing during the incident. The sergeant who kicked the woman was suspended, and that officer was placed on administrative assignment. Atlanta police announced in a statement Monday the name of the sergeant and the other officers was not released in the statement. Upon reviewing video, the action of the sergeant appeared to be unacceptable, and we are also considering what the appropriate lack of reaction from another officer present during the incident, according to the statement, which added an expedited investigation is underway. Um, the Department Office of Professional Standard will investigate the action of the officer. Officer responded Monday to report of a woman pointing a gun at several people, according to the police statement. After detaining the woman in the video, officers said they became concerned when the woman when the woman mental health and request she be transported to the hospital for evaluation. The woman was not charged with a crime, the statement said. Um, Gerald Gregg, vice president of the NAACP Atlanta chapter, told Fox 5 he was shocked and angered by the video, and at no point should a citizen of Atlanta be kicked in the face while they're handcuffed. We've been talking about community police relations for a long time in Atlanta, and to see something like that, a handcuffed individual kicked in the face, nothing justified that. The incident is a remnants of a 2018 viral video that showed a Miami police officer kicking a detained man head as he was laying face down. Body camera footage released in April showed the violent arrest of a 73-year-old Colorado woman with dementia. In May, a 75-year-old man suffered a stroke and a burst appendix after the Idaho officer used a stun gun on him. Um, we need to come up with a new thing for uh, jerk of the day or something. I don't know. But this officer to go and kick this woman in the head. She's laying on the ground. And you go and kick her in the head. Now, I remember the incident of Rayshard Brooks, I believe, the guy that was shot in the back at the Wendy's in Atlanta. Now, uh, they got his job back, and I don't know the latest status of it, but they got his job back because they said they didn't give him a 2 weeks notice to terminate his service after shooting somebody in the back that was running away from them. Um, so the thing is, this officer, they suspended him without pay. Now, the officer that shot Rayshon Brooks, when he appealed it, they hired him, brought him back on, had to back pay him all of that. And it's a difference. I don't know if you realize it, but this officer should be terminated. I don't care what color he is. He was wrong. He was wrong for what he done, and he need to be held accountable. But they also said he was suspended without pay. Um, Sound like to me that's a termination. Um, but when there's certain officers, oh, we can argue he didn't get a 2 weeks notice. And I even said then, who get a 2 week notice when you're gonna be terminated? I didn't understand that. But for this particular officer, was suspended without pay, and he should be terminated, just like the one that killed Rayshon Brooks should be terminated as well. But the whole thing is, it's wrong. Um, I ran across another story that was similar to this. Um, which um, trying to pull it up, that is similar to this. Da, da, da. Trying to see, and I'm not sure when this incident happened. Um, oh, this might be it. I don't know for sure. Um, no, this is something. No, this is something else. Um, but it was a video going around today showing where a um, this officer, they was trying to arrest a woman, and several officers had the woman arms, and they're trying to arrest him. This other officer come up and just start punching this woman in the face, and I'm like, really? Y'all just gonna um, allow this man to punch this woman in the face? Whatever the crime was, you had several officers there trying to arrest her, and he just come up like he was Mike Tyson or someone and hitting this woman in the face. Now, the video was real short, and I didn't see any more information on it, but I know it did. Um, Someone said, uh, Houston, we're not going to allow this to happen. So they called that a Houston PD. Um, so it happened in Houston. And if someone know more information um, about the incident, please let us know. Um, I see one that came out in April, but that's something completely different. So this just recently came out. I seen it today, and it was just like, wow, really? Y'all rolling like that? So, um, once again, any abuse by policemen is not good at all. Um, it's definitely not good and shouldn't be tolerated. Um, as I was looking for the other story, they said it, and this just came out on the 12th, said Houston police officer indicted for aggravated assault after a 2019 arrest. So, a former Houston police officer was indicted by Harris County grand jury Friday over a 2019 incident in which the officer allegedly beat a man over the head with a pair of handcuffs during an arrest. Lucas Barra, 31, was indefinitely suspended in April and is now facing a felony charge of aggravated assault by a public servant. The incident was confirmed by the Harris County District Attorney Office on Monday. A short segment of body camera footage showed Barra and HPD officer Thomas Sereno chase after Andre Howard, 34, who allegedly ran from the officer after being pulled over and handcuffed during a traffic stop on the night of July the 7th, 2019. During a 23-second body cam video, Byra can be heard commanding Serrano to shoot Howard twice and yelling, "Pop, pop, pop, pop," as they ran. After catching up with Howard can be seen beating Howard in the back of the head with what appears to be a set of handcuffs before pulling Howard to the ground. Howard filed the lawsuit in April against the officer as well as the city of Houston and former HPD Chief Vito. Howard was later indefinitely suspended, which he should be. Um, So that's According to the lawsuit, Howard was handcuffed and accessory searched before the chase began. Once apprehended, officer allegedly slammed Howard onto the hood of a squad car and pulled his pants down, revealing that Howard had the uh, defecated himself during the incident out of fear, according to court document. The suit said Howard had allegedly bragged about what he had done when more officers arrived on the scene. In a statement, Howard attorney Brenda Kellen, who had released and edit body cam video in November 2020, said the full video would be present under seal in court due to the sensitive nature of its content. This is um, a culture of HPD, which former Chief Art Avito perpetrated. Kellen said even more disturbing is the complete openness of Officer Farrer to speak about the excessive force and obviously illegal search of Andre on body camera video to other HPD officer, and there is no report to IED. A spokesperson for Houston Harris County DA office said a grand jury had determined that criminal charges for Officer Reynolds were not warranted. So there you go. It's starting up again. So, but either way, we're gonna continue to keep tap on some of these cases. Um, a lot of things going on. For Simone Biles, once again, please keep your head up. Take care of yourself first, and everything else will fall into place. And want to thank everyone that tuned in tonight. Radio, TCal, Marcellus, and everyone that came in on Periscope and on YouTube. Even though you didn't say anything, you could be a part of the show. We're here Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And please, as always, continue to watch, support the show, tell a friend. We are live, and you can always catch the replays on whenever we play replays, normally at 1 a.m. in the morning. And but if you can't wait to the end, you can always go over to YouTube and watch the replay as well. So until tomorrow night, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow if the good Lord say the same. Until then, peace.